Hey, show me your hands. It's the police. Put your hands on top of your head and release your fingers.
Listen, you are under arrest for a violation, okay? Do you understand? If you do not obey commands, force may be used against you. Do you understand?
What happens when the person you trust most becomes the one you should fear? When a mother chooses to protect the man who threatened to take everything from her. On March 22nd, 2023, hikers discovered what appeared to be mannequins abandoned along a wooded road in Washougal, Washington. But when deputies arrived at the scene, they realized these weren't mannequins at all. It was 27-year-old Meshay Melendez and her 7-year-old daughter, Layla Stewart. The man responsible was someone they both loved, someone Meshay had defended, and someone Layla had seen as a father figure. This is Fatal Family Network. Like, comment, and subscribe. Every case touches family. Meshay Melendez was born on February 8, 1996, to her mother, Nicole Norris, who was just 15 years old at the time. Young as she was, Nicole made it work alongside Meshay's father, Miguel Melendez. Despite the challenges, Meshay grew into an impressive young woman, athletic, driven, academically strong. She ran track from elementary school through her teenage years, collected achievement awards, and had this energy that drew people to her. By her late teens, Meshay began a relationship with Layla Stewart. And at 19, she discovered she was pregnant. The fear came first, like it does for most young mothers, but the joy of becoming a parent overtook everything else. Nicole and Miguel stood by their daughter through this journey. But on June 25, 2015, Miguel spotted a stranded vehicle on the roadside. True to his generous nature, he stopped to help, attempting to push the car to safety. But an SUV struck him during the rescue attempt, and he didn't survive. 3 months later, on September 21, 2015, Layla Stewart was born, and with her came healing. The bond between Meshay and Layla became something everyone noticed. More than mother and daughter, they were best friends. Meshay filled her social media with moments of their life together, dancing videos, and moments of pure joy. Layla excelled in school and radiated intelligence and energy. Both mother and daughter shared a distinctive birthmark in their hair and a unique skin tone that made them instantly recognizable to anyone who followed their journey online. By 2023, Meshay was 27 and Layla was 7. The relationship with Javante had ended years earlier. Meshay had moved on and started seeing someone new. His name was Kirkland Warren. Between 2018 and 2020, Kirkland relocated from Arkansas to Vancouver, Washington. He was married to Monet Tyler Warren, and they had 2 daughters. Monet held a position at a Portland credit union, but underneath the surface of this seemingly normal life, trouble was brewing. Monet faced accusations of stealing from customer accounts at her workplace. The theft totaled nearly $25,000. On November 21, 2022, someone used Monet's credentials to move $20,000 into an account bearing Meshay Melendez's name. The 2 women knew each other, and the connection between them was Kirkland Warren. From the outside, Meshay and Kirkland's relationship appeared healthy and stable. Meshay stayed active on social media, frequently sharing images and videos of them together. On February 10, 2023, 2 days past her birthday, Meshay posted, "Thanks everyone for the birthday wishes. We are going up this weekend. Thank you babe for making my birthday a good day." Everything looked perfect, a couple in love, celebrating life, building something together. But then 2 weeks later, she posted, "Real peace is knowing I don't have to deal with anything that I don't want to deal with. Last year has taught me 3 important lessons. Leave people where they are, accept situations for what they are, and not every action deserves a reaction. Saying less produces so much more." Was she trying to set boundaries, trying to walk away? But leaving Kirkland Warren wasn't simple. Back in December 2022, Meshay and Kirkland had an argument at her apartment and she asked him to leave. But as he walked out, he noticed Meshay watching from the balcony window, so he returned to his vehicle, retrieved a weapon, and fired in her direction. He missed, and eventually drove away. 10 days later, they had another argument. This time it became physical. Finally, Meshay went to the authorities, reporting both incidents, but the arrest didn't come immediately. Law enforcement needed more than her statement, so an investigation began. On February 3, 2023, detectives interviewed one of Meshay's friends who witnessed the events, and a warrant for Kirkland's arrest was prepared. But on February 17th, Meshay reportedly went to the police station and claimed none of it occurred. She pleaded with them to dismiss the charges, but the sudden reversal raised serious concerns for investigators. Why would a woman lie to protect the man who tried to harm her? What kind of hold did he have over her? Or was it love that made her believe he could change? On March 2, 2023, police arrested 27-year-old Kirkland Warren. Prosecutors presented the charges to the judge, emphasizing that Kirkland represented an extreme danger to Meshay's safety. Bail was set at $100,000, and a no-contact order was issued. But less than 2 hours later, Kirkland violated that order. From the Clark County Jail, he called Meshay. He blamed her for his arrest, and made his expectations clear about what she needed to do next. That same day, Kirkland posted bail and walked out. He was cited for the no-contact violations, and on March 6th, a judge ordered increased bail and GPS monitoring. But Meshay and the witness failed to appear in court. Without them, prosecutors couldn't proceed. So Kirkland walked out of that courtroom on March 8th, with no GPS monitor, no ankle bracelet, and nothing to track his location. 4 days later, on March 11th, Kirkland was with Meshay again, at the home of a woman named Joanna Cardinal. They spent the night there, and around 5 a.m. the next day, Meshay and Kirkland left together, telling Joanna they were going to make some money. But Layla remained behind. That day, Meshay posted a message on Facebook. She wrote, "Some things will really affect you in a way that makes you give up on anything that has to do with what affected you." That was her last post. Around 8 a.m., Kirkland returned. His burgundy Dodge Charger arrived with music blasting at full volume. Joanna walked outside, and she found Meshay in the passenger seat, unconscious and not fully dressed. Joanna reached inside, but Kirkland shouted at her to close the door. She went back inside, brought Layla and her little kitten Rocky, and handed the child over to Kirkland. Kirkland frequently drove Layla to school, so she trusted him completely. By March 18th, Meshay's mother, Nicole Norris, couldn't reach her. Calls went unanswered. Text messages were unread. This was unusual, because Meshay always stayed in contact. Then Nicole discovered Layla hadn't attended school since March 10th, so she contacted the police, reporting them both missing. Vancouver police responded to Meshay's apartment for a welfare check. Inside, they didn't find any traces of Meshay or Layla.
Since last Sunday, since anybody heard, seen, or talked to my daughter and granddaughter.
I'm missing a whole part of me. It's my sister and that's my niece. We don't know where they're at.
The following day, Nicole continued her search, driving through neighborhoods, desperate for any sign of her daughter and granddaughter. She located Meshay's car, a 2000 Chrysler 200, abandoned in the Van Mall neighborhood, the same area where Joanna lived. So the police immediately seized the vehicle. That same day, authorities arrested Kirkland Warren, bringing him in on the earlier violation charges and naming him as a person of interest in their disappearance.
Hey, show me your hands. It's the police. Put your hands on top of your head and release your fingers.
Listen, you are under arrest for a violation, okay? Do you understand? If you do not obey commands, force may be used against you. Do you understand?
Before questioning him, they executed a search warrant on his Dodge Charger, discovering evidence they believed were connected to the incident. Samples were collected and sent for processing. Investigators examined Kirkland's phone records. Text messages from March 13th and 15th showed him asking a friend about secluded locations. On March 15th, he used Meshay's phone to transfer $4,200 from her bank account into his own. Then, on March 18th, the same day Meshay was reported missing, Kirkland allegedly texted another friend about needing to dispose of his car, referring to the Dodge Charger. But here's what makes this case even more concerning. This wasn't Kirkland's first time facing serious charges. On March 17th, one day before Meshay was reported missing, an Arkansas judge revoked Kirkland's bond in a separate case. Back in November 27th, 2017, a 57-year-old man named Curtis Urquhart was last seen leaving a law office with Kirkland Warren, then 22 years old. Days later, Curtis went missing in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, where Kirkland resided. On December 11th, 3 men discovered Curtis in a ditch. The police brought Kirkland in for questioning, and he admitted to it. Told them he and Curtis had been driving after leaving the notary's office, that Curtis repeatedly asked him for money, so he got scared, shot him, and dumped him in a ditch. While investigating Curtis's passing, detectives examined Kirkland's Google search history. They found deeply concerning searches about evading consequences for what he'd done. He confessed to everything, but was released on a $250,000 bond. Arkansas authorities claimed Kirkland presented no major issues. His family was well known in the community. His father had served as a municipal judge before resigning in 2009 following misconduct allegations. So they didn't consider him a flight risk, citing his lack of extensive criminal history. His trial was scheduled for September 2022, but Kirkland never went for it. He'd already left Arkansas for Vancouver, Washington. On March 22nd, Kirkland appeared in court, acknowledged being wanted in Arkansas but refused to waive extradition, so the judge ordered him held without bail. That same day the call came in. Someone walking near a rural road in Washougal reported what looked like mannequins down an embankment. Clark County deputies responded. Upon arrival, they realized these weren't mannequins. It was Meshay Melendez and Layla Stewart.
After investigators today discovered the bodies of 27-year-old Meshay Melendez and her daughter, 7-year-old Layla Stewart, Vancouver police saying they identified them based on unique genetic markings. Thanks for joining us. It is heartbreaking news on this Wednesday night for a family that had been hoping against hope for the last 10 days their loved ones would come home safe. With attention tonight once again turning to Meshay's boyfriend. We'll have more on him in just a moment. But first, our Alma McCarty filed this update earlier tonight from the scene in Washougal.
On Wednesday morning, the Clark County Sheriff's Office got a call from someone who was walking on this rural road in Washougal. The caller described what they believed to be 2 life-sized mannequins down an embankment near a creek. But when deputies arrived on scene, they discovered 2 bodies. Investigators contacted Vancouver police, who determined this was likely Meshay Melendez and Layla Stewart.
This is probably our missing mother and daughter. The major crimes unit from the sheriff's office is kind of handling the investigation as a homicide investigation, so detectives and crime scene folks are up there.
A Washington State Patrol forensics team joined the investigation, collecting evidence and speaking with neighbors on Southeast Wooding Road, which was roped off for hours.
The medical examiner's office will obviously be the final confirmation for anybody's identity like that, but, wanting to be able to kind of provide that update and that information versus just having people wonder.
The 27-year-old and her 7-year-old daughter were missing for more than a week. Last seen near Northeast Vancouver Mall Drive and 77th Avenue. Meshay's boyfriend, Kirkland Warren, is officially a person of interest in their disappearance. He was arrested earlier this month, accused of domestic violence against Meshay.
The medical examiner determined that both mother and daughter had been shot with the same weapon. Hundreds gathered at a vigil in Esther Short Park in Vancouver the weekend after Meshay and Layla were found. New Cave and YWCA Clark County organized the event in partnership with the family. Candles, flowers, and signs filled the park. Layla's classmates attended. Friends who'd known Meshay for years showed up to pay respects. And Meshay and Layla were laid to rest together.
Lost and found, but never forgotten. This morning, hundreds of people donned in their favorite colors, red, pink, and purple, gathered at Esther Short Park to honor the legacy of 27-year-old Meshay Melendez and her 8-year-old daughter, Layla Stewart.
Meshay was always caring, always had a huge heart, and always made sure that all her loved ones were good.
How genuine of a person she was, and this is truly sickening.
Emotions were raw as the vigil comes less than a week after authorities say the bodies of the young Vancouver mom and daughter were discovered in Washougal Wednesday. And while no charges have been filed in their murders, police have named Melendez's ex-boyfriend, 28-year-old Kirkland Warren, as a person of interest. With court documents showing Warren assaulted Melendez, shot up her apartment, and violated a domestic violence protective order in the weeks leading up to her disappearance, Michelle Bart, CEO and founder of the National Women's Coalition Against Violence and Exploitation, says this tragedy highlights the urgent need for legislation reform.
Why do we have to wait till something happens where there's blood on our hands? Let's try to prevent it from happening.
I never wanted to come to one of these again. I never wanted to have another victim of domestic violence murdered here in Clark County again.
Sergeant Tanya Wolstein with VPD's Domestic Violence Unit stressed the need for statewide lethality assessments for domestic violence offenders, suggesting a constitutional amendment which would allow judges to deny bail for extreme risk offenders and laws enforcing them to participate in monitoring with victim notification.
I know we have to do more to keep domestic violence victims safe, which is why I worked on the Tiffany Hill Act.
Named after a Vancouver woman murdered by her estranged husband, the Tiffany Hill Act of 2020 grants domestic violence victims a layer of protection by electronically tracking abuse suspects with ankle monitors and alerting victims when they're nearby. And while the act wasn't applied in this case, jail records show when given a risk assessment earlier this month, Warren scored a 31 on a scale of 1 to 18, with 18 being extreme risk. Senator Linda Wilson helped pass the Tiffany Hill Act and tells us today she is already requesting new legislation as she feels more needs to be done.
We need to be looking at those high scores and then holding on to the people, because the higher that score, the more chance there's something drastic or deadly is going to happen to the victims.
On March 22nd, 2023, investigators conducted an interview with Kirkland. He was already in custody at the Clark County Jail.
Says that she saw that at some point in the night, you and Meshay left. You guys came back, and then you and left the apartment with Meshay, who apparently was out in your car. What kind of car do you drive?
A Charge.
The Dodge Charger, right? Yeah. And then where did you guys go after that?
It wasn't nighttime then, it was the morning time. And
the next day?
Yeah, it was literally the morning time.
So the 13th?
Yeah.
Okay. So where did you and Meshay go?
We didn't go anywhere. We went, I parked the car down the street. We went down the street and took it to a car.
Oh, okay.
And that was it.
So you parked the car down, or she parked the car down the street. Car parks down the street. And you dropped her off there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I tried contacting her later on that day because she had left her purse. And then
I'm sorry, she left her purse?
She left her purse.
Okay, yeah. So she left her purse in your car?
Yeah.
Okay. What does her purse look like?
It's like white and beige or something. But literally after that, Joe, even then, I had tried to, I didn't call on a regular phone. I called her Google Duo just because she said it was the safest. Called her duo. She wasn't picking up.
And this is because she's missing, right? Like you were trying to get a hold of her and you couldn't.
I mean, it wasn't a big concern at first.
Okay.
I literally just thought she was just ignoring me for a little bit or something.
What was wearing?
I couldn't tell you. Just pajamas.
Pajamas. Anything stick out about those pajamas? Joe said that, and the reason I'm asking is because, like, I'm sure you've seen the movies, right? I feel like we're so far away. You've seen the movies where, like, it's important to know what the person was last seen wearing, right? And that's why I'm asking. Joe said that there was like a cat on the front. Does that ring any bells?
No.
Okay. So, was wearing pajamas. Does she have any other property at the apartment, maybe in the car, or they got taken, put into Meshay's car?
Not that I know of.
Okay. What time do you think that was that you left Joe's?
I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Before, like a lunchtime, before breakfast time?
Way before noon.
Okay, so maybe a breakfast time? I don't want to put words in your mouth, so.
Yeah, I couldn't give you.
Way before noon, but it was daylight.
I couldn't give you a specific time.
Okay. So before noon, and I'm not going to hold you down to these times. I'm just trying to get a general idea about maybe how far they traveled after you left them or whatever, okay? What was the plan after that? Where did you go after that?
I got a bagel and I went to a friend's house.
A bagel?
Yeah.
Where'd you buy the bagel at?
I think it's called C's the Bagel.
Oh yeah, I know that place. Well, what location was that?
I'm not local, so I GPS everywhere. I can't tell you exactly which one.
Was it near Joanna's place, or did you have to drive quite a ways?
It was in the shopping center area. That's all I can tell you.
And then you got.
I planned on going to what's the one called in Portland? It's a place in Portland that has good bagels too. I can't remember the name of the place. I can't remember the name. Right?
It's all good, man. But you Googled it. You went to the bagel place that sees the bagel. You just can't remember the location. Did it take you very long to get from where you dropped her off to the bagel shop?
Not very long.
Okay. Do you have any idea where they would go?
No, she has a lot of friends, and literally Joe said she spoke to her that Monday, literally last Monday. But I haven't had any contact with her since. But I've been calling, and I know that's against the rules, but it's my girl.
Yeah, I understand. It's more important to find her, right? Her and her kid. You know what I'm saying?
Literally, when we were living together before I got arrested, literally the whole reason why I got arrested is because basically we got finessed by the detective. She literally went the day before. She literally went a couple of days before we were trying to get all this stuff resolved. She literally told him that she lied to him and everything.
Okay.
And then he said, "Oh, all I gotta do is come in and make a statement."
Well, fair enough. I'm trying not to get too involved in your other case, right? But like I said, I'm more interested in that little girl. Okay, that is. Meshay could be anywhere, right? But I mean, I'm sure you love that little girl like everybody else, right? I mean, that little girl got a lot of family, right?
That's who I'm old. And I'm telling you, I'm literally, when Meshay gave her brother the car, I'm the one that got up in the morning to take Layla to school every morning.
So where do you think they're at?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
Is there any history of them running off?
Not that I know of.
No.
Who was you said you went and got a bagel and then you went over to a friend's house. Who was that friend?
Her name is Nettie.
Nate? Nettie? What's Nettie's last name? Is Nettie her actual name or is that short?
Antoinette.
I'm sorry I'm asking a lot of questions, but I'm just trying to clarify stuff, right? And you're kind of soft-spoken. Do you mind if I pull up a chair? Sweet, man. You're soft-spoken and I'm super deaf because I'm old.
It's not even that. I'm just no. I got a whole lot of shit I'm already dealing with. And this just makes everything worse.
Like what? Like your other cases?
Yeah. Right. Well, I only had one other case. I've never ran from it. I've always been at every court date on time. I was bail, never got in trouble since. This is the most trouble I've been in since.
Okay. So tell me about, like you said that you were taking her to school and stuff?
Yeah.
What kind, does she have a backpack?
Yeah.
What kind of backpack she got?
I don't know. She has like 2 of them, but I couldn't tell you what's on it.
Okay.
I can tell you what kind of, I can tell you what kind of coat she has.
What kind of coat she got?
It's a long black coat with like fur around.
Like what do you mean by fur? Like
you know how to say this is your hood.
Okay.
It's just fur line right there.
Okay. Is it like imprinted with something? Like is it a picture or design?
It's like it's a little leopard.
Leopard print? Okay.
Leopard or cheetah.
Okay. Does she wear that coat often? Yeah. Was she wearing that when you went and picked her up? Yeah. So, long black coat, wearing when you picked her up. Did she have an overnight bag at all?
I don't think she did because they don't live too far away from each other.
Okay. All right. She also said something about a cat.
Yeah.
Did they say they're gonna go drop a cat off or anything?
No, she had the cat with her.
She had the cat with
her? When she got her mom's car.
And she never said, hey mama, where are we going? She never made notice, and you didn't hear anybody make any statements about where they might be going? And you have no idea where they would go?
No.
Okay. Does have any devices? Like I told you, part of what I do is, so I work in a unit that does like a lot of electronic stuff. So I work with a lot of tablets because that's how I find kids. So did she have a tablet or a cell phone that she used?
Yeah, she had like a Google tablet.
A Google tablet?
Yeah.
What did that look like?
I couldn't tell you. I was never on it. It's black, grayish. Yeah.
Okay. Did she use like Snapchat or anything like that? TikTok? Oh, TikTok. The TikToks. And then you said you use Google. What is your normal mode of communication?
My normal mode is cell phone, but she had given me a phone when I first got out. Screen was cracked. She literally said, use this, call them Google Duo. Just don't use a phone number.
Okay. Do you have any other phones beside that? If you're like me and everybody that I know, I'll have more. I have my personal, I have my work phone.
Yeah.
And then I have.
Well, the first phone I got arrested with, then sorry in police custody. I had a red iPhone.
Okay.
And then the other phones I got arrested with was my wife's work phone for our 360 photo booth, and the other one was for the 360 photo booth.
So both phones were wife's phones?
No, well, I got arrested with
three phones, right? Yeah, a red wife phone.
The 14, that was brand new. We literally just got that. And then the XR.
Oh, okay. What does the XR, well, I guess first, what does the XR look like? They all had cases that I saw. Which one was that? What did it look like?
It's like a dingy, dirty gray.
Did you say gray?
Yeah, dingy, dirty gray. It's like.
Are you saying green or gray? Gray.
It's dirty.
What about the 14?
It had a brand new OtterBox on it.
Brand new OtterBox? Okay, so when you went over to Nettie's, what did you and Nettie do?
We just hung out, ate a bagel, and just watched TV.
Did you buy her a bagel too?
Yeah.
Is she like a girlfriend? No, she's just a friend.
Meshay is my girlfriend. Meshay is my girlfriend. But me and my wife are in the process of being separated.
Okay. I'm not here to judge you, man. I get it.
Yeah.
Cool. We're good. So you guys hung out, ate bagels. What'd you do after that? Did you guys watch TV?
Yeah.
What was on TV?
We were watching this thing called Bad Trip.
Bad Trip?
Yeah.
Is it a movie?
I don't know if it's a movie or like a TV series or docu-series or something. It was literally about celebrities taking hallucinogens.
Oh, is it on like regular TV?
Not Netflix.
So you went over there after you dropped them off at their car. Where was the car parked?
So you come out of Joe's house, and literally go down the street and literally right around the corner, and there's a parking right there.
Okay. And did she?
Right.
So I'm trying to phrase this. So I said I wouldn't talk about the other cases, right? So, did you see her park her car?
No.
How do you think she would park her car? Like, why do you think she chose that area?
So our cars wouldn't be close together.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to incriminate anything, but if anything helps, I know she went to make a sale to this girl named Becca. And she literally told her car was down the street.
Okay. And I'm guessing that's a nickname?
Yeah, I don't know her real name.
Okay. And is she like a real friend or is she like an online friend?
No, it's a real
friend.
Yeah. Literally lives 2 buildings next door. Basically related.
So, I mean, I'm trying to gather leads, right? So if you were me, where would you go looking for, and again, if I find, I'm likely going to find Meshay, right? So where do you think they're hiding out at? Where do you think would go? Where would she want to be?
I don't know. Like I said, again, I'm not trying to point fingers or anything. Her ex-husband literally took and wouldn't give her back for a couple of days, and we had an issue with that. So
when was that?
This was like sometime last year, maybe.
So I talked to the ex, and she's not there. We went and searched inside the house. Where would your next best guess be?
I don't know. That's what
Is there a place they used to hang out or that they like to be, in the area?
Maybe 2 apartments over.
2 apartments over?
They're really always like this, hand in hand.
Okay.
Are parents friends with Meshay?
Yeah.
Do you happen to know their names by at all?
Diamond.
Diamond? Is that a real name?
Yeah. And then I don't know her biological father's name, but the guy that really stands in for him, his name is Andre. That's who Dom lives with. Well, that's who lives with Dom.
So besides the apartment, where's the place they like to just go? If they're trying to, maybe they're stressed out or something.
It's never any stress, but they frequent a park by the complex. I literally don't know where they go to her sister's house, Beverly, or that's pretty much it. We were always together before I got arrested.
Was Meshay depressed at all? No?
No.
I was looking at her Facebook posts, and she seems pretty positive in despite of
just literally we were fighting to get this shit fixed.
So you don't think she was despondent, and by that I mean suicidal?
No.
Did she say anything about having any enemies anywhere else that might want to kidnap her or anything like that?
Nothing like that. There was only one incident where a couple months before she didn't know who was somebody. They texted her phone. She didn't know who was playing on her phone. They were talking about because she always drove my car because she let her brother use hers because we were all way together. Somebody said, "Oh, when I see that 392, it's gonna be Swiss cheese. Oh, I'm gonna get you. You're going down for all the tax fraud you did, for all the people you hurt." And she literally tried to narrow it down between 2 people. That was the ex-husband Malcolm and biological father Javante.
Okay, Malcolm and Javante. I'm gonna have to double check which one we actually talked about.
Like I said, Malcolm is the one that took Layla and wouldn't give her back.
Okay.
Me and Shay's brother were literally about to fight him over this.
She's got 2 brothers?
She got 3, but Esteban, Ricardo.
Esteban, that's what I was going to do. Okay. And Ricardo, and who's the other one?
I don't remember the other one's name. I don't know what one is.
When was the last time you saw Esteban?
Before I got arrested.
Oh, okay. Like long before, days, weeks?
Maybe a couple days before.
Okay.
Because he would pick like love, and people would pick like love from school and drop her home.
Okay.
You know Javonte's last name? Or what he looks like?
Just Stewart. I don't know.
Oh, okay, Stewart.
Any ideas for me? What do you think?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
And I apologize, I'm getting into this really late. Why did they run off? Or does anybody know, or anybody have a theory or anything like that?
No, nothing. Literally nothing. I literally sat on the phone with her sister all day trying to figure out why. And that's the only thing we came up with, either Javonte or Malcolm. Like I said, Malcolm is the one that really took and would not give her back.
And that's the ex?
That's the ex-husband.
You said that was like 6 months ago? Something like that?
Yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
6 or less.
Okay.
Cool. And I'm sorry, just to follow up a little bit, where did you live before you lived here? Arkansas. So you moved out of state, and you say you don't know this area very well. Where do you normally hang out when you're here in the city?
I hang out in Portland.
Portland? Okay. So let's say you get out of here, right? And then if I needed to follow up with you, let's say I'm still looking for these people. Would I find you anywhere else besides Portland or here in Vancouver?
No, not now, because I'm getting extradited to Arkansas.
Do you have friends anywhere else in the county?
Couldn't tell you exactly where they live, but they were all people I met through Meshay. She was the social bug, and I was just right there.
So, I guess, are they city folk?
Like local?
Or or do they live in Portland?
Her sister lives in Portland. Her brother, the guy that lives with me, they were literally 2 apartments next from us.
Okay. So her circle is your circle?
Something like that.
Somewhere like that? Okay. Do you have anything else?
Okay, so.
Do you have any questions for me? No? So, I told you I work with missing persons, right? I do a lot of weird crap, to be honest. I work with a lot of child pornography, child exploitation. I literally live inside of a dungeon doing my investigations. A lot of them have to do with phones and stuff. So there were some things found on your phone that I'm trying to understand. Some of those were like, are you technologically wise, I guess? You say you're using Google and different stuff, so it seems like you might be a little bit more, like, do you know, like, when I say like Wi-Fi, what I might be talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we drive around with our phones, our Wi-Fi hooks up to it. Like, I drive by, let's say I go by your house, right? And my Wi-Fi is searching for places. My phone actually digitally, right? Think creatively with me, okay? Digitally reaches out and shakes hands with your Wi-Fi. It says, hey, how are you doing? I'm so-and-so. Can we connect? And then I don't have a password, and so your Wi-Fi says, no, get the heck out of here. And they don't connect. But that's been recorded on my phone. So on your phone, I found some data points that were out in Washougal. Why were you out in Washougal?
Looking at viewpoints.
Viewpoints?
Viewpoints, and Nettie can attest to that because she has a camera that we were literally getting ready for a lingerie party for. So I was literally just going to take pictures of viewpoints.
Okay.
I went to Rocky View.
Rocky View?
I went to Powell View.
Where's Palview?
Oh, you would have to Google it.
Is that Oregon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's some, I can't remember the other place's name, but it was like it's literally a little path off the road, and you literally just look over. I forgot what the name of that one was called.
Is that in Oregon or is it Washington?
Washington.
Washington? And where was that? Is that out in Washougal?
Yeah, towards that way.
Okay. So east. Now you said a little pull off that is a lookout, and a popular one out there is called the Cape Horn.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And when were you at these spots?
I couldn't give you the exact time and days right now.
Could it have been the day that you last saw?
No.
No. What? Like a few days after? A few days before?
A few days after.
When did you get your car all dirty?
You said when?
Yeah, when did you get your car? So I am super OCD on my cars, and I would dang near be super OCD if I had a car like yours, right? That 392 is pretty sweet.
No, not after it got hit. Didn't care.
You got hit?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see any damage on it?
Yeah.
Oh. So you keep it clean though, for sure, right?
No.
Not really? Okay. Friends are telling me that you typically do, at least I guess in comparison to their cars. I was just trying to figure out where all the mud came from.
You can literally look, because I got a Watchman sticker. You can literally check it. You can look. We don't use it.
Okay. So you don't wash your car, is what you're saying?
Barely.
Okay. So they're wrong. Fair enough. Does the car have GPS? Like OnStar, any cool stuff like that?
I don't know if it has OnStar, but I know it has Uconnect.
Okay. How many kids you got? Two. You got any grandbabies? Building up for that, man?
A 7-year-old and a 2-year-old.
So about same age as huh?
Yeah, they play Roblox together.
Oh, they do? Has she asked you about that?
Yeah, I think she hasn't been online in a couple of days.
What'd you have to tell her?
I said, I don't know.
Hey, can we break for a second?
Sure.
Chat.
Yeah.
For a minute.
I'm gonna see the recording going, okay?
Yeah.
On March 23rd, investigators interviewed Kirkland again, asking if he thought they'd located Meshay and Layla. When detectives showed him the aerial photograph of where they were discovered, Kirkland ended the interview and requested an attorney.
Okay. So you went out to a few different viewpoints. I told you what I do, who I am. I'm actually kind of a weird guy. I work a lot of child crime type stuff. That I don't tell you this to like impress you or scare you. It's obnoxious. I tell you this stuff because nothing that's going to come out of your mouth isn't something that I haven't heard before. Okay, I'm not here to judge you. I don't care. Okay, I just want to be able to find that baby. Okay, do you know where they're at? No. I don't come here with all questions. I do have some answers. What do you think my answers are? If you had to guess. Come on, man. If you had to guess what my answers are, what are they?
I don't know.
Are you a spiritual person?
I believe in God.
Okay. I am too, and I do too. And so does he, actually. We all make mistakes, right?
All the time.
Fair enough. When I talk to people that have, ultimately, that are having sex with kids, okay, those are the people I talk to. I'm not saying you're having sex with kids, that's not why I'm here. I tell them, I'm not here to judge you, you have the same reasons, we all make mistakes. But the thing that separates people from being a monster and somebody that makes mistakes
is somebody that has knowledge of something that they hold on to. Does that make sense? Okay. So, what do you think my answers are?
I don't know.
Take my hand. Do you think I'm here to judge you?
No.
Do you think I'm here because maybe God put me here?
You're here to do your job.
Yeah. And what do you think that job is?
To find them.
To find them, right? Do you think maybe I have found them?
No.
You don't know?
I hope not.
You hope not?
I hope not in the way you think. I hope not in the way I think you're about to say.
What do you think I'm about to say? Kirkland.
Just tell me you're okay.
I can't tell you that.
That's all I need to hear. Just
what do you think? Where do you think they are?
I don't know.
Kirkland, I'm here to ask about what actually happened. And I wouldn't be here having this conversation with you if I didn't think that maybe you'd want to talk about it.
I wouldn't do anything.
You didn't do anything? So what did happen?
I don't know. I don't know where they are.
You don't know where they are?
I've been called and called.
I get it. Do you think that maybe that might be some denial?
No, sir.
Kirkland.
I made my mistake.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not here to think about that stuff.
Hold that from me.
Then tell me about what happened to that baby.
I don't know.
You do know.
I don't.
Kirkland. I don't want to go down the road with all the stuff that I have on my phone. I want to hear it from a man. You're a man, right?
I am.
You're a man that maybe made a mistake, not a monster?
Not a monster. I made my mistakes in the past.
So tell me about the mistake that happened.
The little one in Arkansas.
No, I don't. Not about that, man. Tell me about this baby.
I don't know.
Kirkland, you can't even look me in the eye, man. Come on.
I'm looking at you dead in your eyes.
Okay. I'm not here to be defensive and stuff. Okay, I'm dead serious when I say I'm here genuinely. God put us in this room for a reason. This is your chance, because what people are going to want to ask, what your family's going to want to ask, is why. I was there. I was at the scene. I know what road you were off of. I know why there's mud on your car. I know why there's tire tracks on that little road that goes up where you turned around and went back. I know all that stuff. I don't need to know if you did it. Everyone wants to know why. And I think a man like you would at least give people the peace of mind of to at least know why.
I didn't do anything.
So then what happened then?
I don't know.
If you had to guess.
I don't know.
Do you think that I'm lying?
You know that you're doing your job.
I'm absolutely doing my job. If I show you a picture, do you promise to tell me what happened?
I don't know.
To show you that I'm not trying to just pull willy-nilly information out of you?
What happened?
Bloody bag. Okay. Tire tracks. Agreed? This is called Woodward Ridge Road.
You said what?
Woodridge or Woodard Ridge Road. It's off of Skyview Road or Sky Ridge Road on Washougal. I'm not going to show you the rest of them because it doesn't matter. I think right there is enough for you to know that I'm telling the truth. The news is outside. I'm not here to play games and try to tell you something that's not true. I wouldn't do that crap. I don't lie to people. I don't need to. but this is your opportunity to at least tell your family why.
I told you I didn't know anything. We can go over it and turn it from there.
Okay. Fair enough. 1651. Present during this interview was Detective Chad Nolan, Kirkland Warren, and Sergeant Tim Martin. Do you have any questions? You will direct them to your attorney. Okay? We're going to go off the record. Maybe.
He was formally charged with 2 counts on first-degree charges, one for Meshay and one for Layla. On September 5, 2024, just days before his trial was set to begin, Kirkland changed his plea. He pleaded guilty to first-degree charges for Layla's passing and second-degree charges for Meshay's passing. On October 8, 2024, Kirkland Warren stood before a judge for sentencing. As part of his plea agreement, he also agreed to plead guilty to the 2017 case involving Curtis Urquhart in Arkansas. That sentence runs concurrently with the Washington sentence. The judge handed down the sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Our family has been torn apart by grief and the endless questions that haunt us every day. Why? We'll never see her smile again or hear her laughter. We'll never see her grow, achieve her dreams, or the life she deserves.
2 life sentences without the possibility of parole would have been nice.
Now, the mother of Meshay Melendez and grandmother of Layla Stewart was in court today, but a victim advocate read her statement to the judge. It read in part, quote, "The day I lost them, I lost myself. A part of me died with my girls."
Kirkland's wife, Monet Tyler Warren, faced consequences for the financial crimes as well. Charged in Multnomah County Circuit Court in Oregon, she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree theft and 2 counts of attempted identity theft. Her sentence was 2 years of probation. On September 20th, 2024, Meshay's family filed a lawsuit against Clark County. The lawsuit claims the county knew Kirkland posed a danger to Meshay and Layla, but failed to monitor him properly. It argues that if the case hadn't been dismissed on March 7, if someone had tracked him down in Arkansas when he skipped his 2022 trial, Meshay and Layla would still be alive. Meshay's mother, Nicole Norris, posted, "My babies, I'm so lost. They couldn't live here on earth without each other, so they lived together in heaven. These 2 were 2 peas in a pod. Meshay mentioned it to me numerous times. I don't know how I got so blessed with such a beautiful girl. And I would tell, because you're beautiful, you deserve her, and she deserves you. Don't ever question your blessings." There were different theories about why Meshay didn't show up at court that day. Was she scared? Threatened? Or did she still love him and want to give him another chance? We'll never know what was going through Meshay's mind when she protected him. Sometimes, family doesn't always mean safety. Sometimes the people we trust most, the people we protect, the people we choose to believe in, become the ones who hurt us. This is Fatal Family Network. Like, comment, and subscribe. Every case touches family.